Types of Roblox players rated out of 10. So if you see my community post, you know that I was going to upload this before I did. And if you didn't, please check out my community tab after this video so you can participate in future videos, because unfortunately, I did not get enough data to report on community feedback or opinions. Here are the types though, since I forgot some. We had the normal player first, then the rich player, then the bacon hair / noob, then we have the slender / online dater, then we have the aesthetic / kawaii person, and then we have the emo, which is going to be a pretty controversial take, so prepare for that. After the emos, we have another hot take on furries. And then last but not least, we have the type of player I am, OGs or semi-OGs. I discussed more about OGs and semi-OGs in the older video, quote unquote, is old Roblox truly better? So let's start with the normal player. I don't really think there is much to say about this player. They're pretty cool, and if you see them, they're probably going to be chill. Either that, or they're new and just customized their avatar, sort of like a bacon hair. Next, we have the rich player. The rich player is either really chill or really toxic. So, just basically hope that the rich player is kind enough, and you might even get some Robux from them, but I wouldn't really count on it. Otherwise, I think they're pretty chill. Just don't start begging them for their items, because trading is very hard. I've traded before. After this, we have the bacon hair / noob. The bacon hair / noob is self-explanatory. They're usually new, but unfortunately that isn't always the case. They can be pros, which I think is pretty disrespectful to dress up as an actual bacon hair as a pro, in my opinion, which is pretty controversial. But like, if you're a pro and you're dressing up as a bacon hair, you're basically fooling the community. At least have some sort of variation. It's basically you're not creative. So yeah, they're either new, they're either a pro, oh, and there's this really slim chance that they'll end up being toxic. About noobs, however, they're slightly different because it's pretty aware that they're pros in disguise, or they're just OGs trying to reminisce about the old times. Pretty more respectful to the noobs than the bacon hairs, but that's alright. And then we have the slender / online dater. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. If you're slender / online dater, the first thing I have to tell you is like, please touch grass. What are you doing? You're either really young or really old. There's no way you're actually a 17-year-old who wants to date or something like that. No way you're actually saying, hey baby girl, when you're 17. Wouldn't you even literally get trolled on in your classrooms? Come on, senior. And if you're the child, just break up immediately, because this can get like very downright illegal. Overall, being a slender / online dater does not promise anything good, and if you had a phase, don't look back at it in a positive way. Next, we have the aesthetic / kawaii. These are usually the girls from your classroom, and they're pretty cringe sometimes, but they can be pretty heartwarming as well. There's also a pretty insane chance, well, not insane, but a pretty normal chance to be different. Like, it's kind of rare, but if they are different, they're really chill and fun to hang out with. And they can be really nice to you. They can give you Robux, they can help you in games. They're just like, it's like you're trying to do it from, well, no, not trying to do it, don't take that out of context, but basically you're trying to spin like a gambling machine, and if you hit the jackpot, then you have a good friend. Next, we have the emo, and this is going to be a pretty controversial take, as I said. And basically, most people usually hate emos, but I think they're pretty cool. Their reputation has been pretty much demolished by their reputation has been pretty much demolished by slenders and stuff and online daters because they basically ripped off their style. You're more likely to be a 17-year-old if you're basically an emo. I can really respect the emos, to be honest. They just really aren't in your face, and then you go over there and lecture them. It's just not cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're wondering where the ratings are at, I'll rate them after I talk about every single one. And now, after the emotes, we have furries. These are pretty controversial. Well, no, it's a hot topic. It's really controversial to talk about. So I definitely feel like I'm walking on like a minefield when I'm talking about this, especially because I have a lot of friends that are furries. Luckily for me, I really think furries are overhated on, to be honest. I think they're pretty cool. They can be really chill. I haven't seen one fur that really disses on someone. It's usually just some toxic trolls. People usually throw away the fact that there could be trolls in their community, and it's like, why? You need to research something before you come up with a conclusion on it. So yeah, last but not least, we have the type of player I am, OG and semi-OGs. These can either be really toxic or really chill. Like I said, it's very borderline for me because you don't really know what's gonna happen. It usually depends on their join year. Like if they join from like 2015 to 2017, they can be really pompous. They could just feel like they're on top of the world. But if someone joined from like 2011 to 2014, they're usually pretty chill if they didn't grow up to be a pedophile or something like that. I can really respect some of these people, but I'm definitely a biased person. So yeah, let's get into the ratings. We have the normal player, your average player. As I said, go back in the video if you want the explanation for all of these. This is a B tier. Rich player, I have to give it an A tier just because, well no, an A minus tier or B plus tier. Yeah, definitely a B plus, because if you can have a great rich friend, they can be a godsend or they can be terrible, but you can always block them and leave. Then the bacon hair slash noob, I gotta say these are C tiers because they're a bit disrespectful on newbies. Unless they're an actual newbie, that's why I can't put in like D tier or something. I gotta say though, if you're bacon hair, you're definitely a Giga Chad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just my bias, but I definitely think you're a Giga Chad. If you know what that means. Basically, you touch grass, but like, if you're one of those pros, I have to put it in C tier. I'm sorry. Then the slender slash online dater, you know what I'm about to say. F tier. No, garbage tier. This shouldn't even exist. Oh my god, those suck so bad. I actually hate them. And then we have the aesthetic slash kawaii. They're literally, they can get so annoying. Whatever. But I already talked about all of this, so I gotta say B minus. Then the emo, A tier. They're just a quiet kid that doesn't shoot up the school. Pretty chill. And then we have the furries. I'm pretty biased on this, but I'm gonna have to say an S minus tier. You know, the smartest in the room doesn't have to say the most in the room, if you know what I'm saying. Then we have the OGs and semi-OGs. I have to put this in B tier well, no, B plus tier. I don't want to be biased, but it's definitely another minefield. And basically, if you want to convert these rankings into ratings, basically, so let's say F tier is 2, D tier is 4, C tier is 6, B tier is 8, A tier is 10, and S tier is 12. And 12 means extra bonus points. So basically take that as you will. For example, B minus, I said that's 8. So B minus would be a 7, if you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you.